Slow it.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they're going to mark that. Went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Goff. He releases it, and let it fall incomplete.
Down the 5 line, when you're setting up the screen, you don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Here's Goff. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series. They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Over the middle, it's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 39 yards on the punt, giving just 1 yard on the return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense. How do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out the field and try to put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
And this will wind up a Lions 1st down as he gets this up past the 30.
Coming in, he really likes his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Goff now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far as the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 14 yards that time for number 14.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Goff now looking to throw. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 48 yards. And the Lions put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. 77 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly as they are in for 6. Are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams, and that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 4. Now it's gone. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Lions.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. Flush to his right. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. To throw is Goff. And that is incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Jabril Pepper is on the coverage.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And able to get this out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration, pure, unbridled joy after that one.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? No. Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Goff.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
One of the great coaches in football is a really simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
He's airing it out for Williams. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's where you're counting on the receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go to the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
Rodgers on the return. It'll be a net of 39. 41-yard punt, 2 on the return.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
So now, Charles, this drive may be a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't.
And he'll get it into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. T.J. Hockenson, 84 yards.
And the Vikings are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 14-10. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
Right at the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Goff now looks to throw. He's going to air one out.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Ja'Cory Bennett has it. Down the left sideline. He may go.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. I think they had nickel. Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did. It came through with a big-time pick 6.
Now the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. First down, 81.
St. Brown in motion right. Now Goff going to fake the jet sweep and the handoff and look to throw. That'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Now Goff. Now throw right side here going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That one let go deep for Laporta.
And that's caught inside the 30. Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. From the gun, here's Goff. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
Broken tackle. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Gibbs.
And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Gibbs again.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Lions are back within a score.
The Lions will set up for the...
They'll try and run it up the middle. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and he'll come up empty on the try for 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And CD, you know, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time out, you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. One play, one pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just saved those calls for this possession instead.
And he'll get it out to midfield. So he'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Here now, a 3rd down and 8.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown. Great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Vikings are able to stretch out their lead. And oh, it's wide right. No good.
And no good.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
Their own 30-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now as they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted.
Now the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
A quick throw complete into the flat out left. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter.
Bates' kick is good.
And that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Unable to corral. Now a hit and a loose football. And it looks like the defense has got it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Back to throw. Goff. Taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting it back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Goff. Escaping the pressure right. His throw incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Goff. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And now throw incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. I have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talking about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their history. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Zone coverage there. They were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Being chased out left. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
He's going to wind up and air it out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they're looking for a touchdown.
Looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. Puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And he'll be upended at the 33, forking a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense defense was able to react quickly.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time.
And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop it with authority. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now? Those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again.
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's got some space here. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 62 yards. And the Vikings are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point. It's up to 18 now. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Goff. That ball caught by his rookie wideout. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one. That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Goff in this Lions offense, set for 1st and 10.
At the 40.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Goff.
They'll let this go deep for St. Brown.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Jabril Pepper is on the coverage.
They'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams.
And this is incomplete. Oh, like he had a pretty good line on that. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Formation for the win.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Able to fight through one tackle. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Oh, good move. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flushed out right. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Vikings, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Back to throw again. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Goff and that Lions offense staying on the field. They'll try for 2.
They'll try and run it here. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the pick 6 we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this 4th quarter. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to hold that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case,
and the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. 2nd and a couple. Here's Goff. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Goff. That is caught by Laporta. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Again, Goff. Open man right side is St. Brown. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Out of the gun, Goff. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions.
A great play there. 30 yards. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Lions 32. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
5-point game now as here comes the kickoff.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Rasul Douglas picks it, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. So now here come the Lions up to go for 2.
The Lions will set up for the 2-point conversion.
And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the 4th. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And they have to try and move past that pick 6 because now they're dealing with a 4th quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. 105 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. We've talked about it, Cedi, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they'll get this run past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
And here we are in the fourth quarter. You watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
He's back to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line.
And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. And that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. He takes it across for a touchdown. They've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. Wow. Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this one away. I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
This is 1st and 10.
Now Goff.
Finds Gibbs on a check down. And he would get out of bounds here to stop the clock, but not a huge pickup there. A 6, maybe 7. Here's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Goff.
Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it. And that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
Now it's Goff. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
That's to his running back, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Goff now to throw. That's caught inside the 20. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
What a play there. You got to use that timeout, though.
1st down, Lions.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
One last throw here for Goff.
This ball intercepted.
Ja'Cory Bennett has it. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.